Hey everyone, welcome back to the Roma Forum podcast. My name's Anthony, and as usual, I'm joined by Christian and Luca. This is our post-Derby podcast. Well, fellas, for the first time since 2016, the first time in 9 years, Roma has won the Derby as the quote away team. What are we thinking?
Fired up.
Fired up?
Oh yeah.
Bet you can't tell. But yeah, it was I wouldn't say it was the most beautiful match, but anytime you win a derby, and I think I said it before, kind of all tactical shit goes out the window, and you're just hoping to scrape away a win. Definitely wouldn't say it was an attacking masterclass because it was far from that. But, another tale as old as time, as there are quite a few tales in Roma's history that are old as time. But Pellegrini scoring the match winner. So
Fourth time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, overall, 3 points. We move on. Hopefully it adds to the relegation to Lazio. But yeah.
Christian, I have a question for you. I remember last season you really emphasized the reality. It's not even the idea. It's the reality that Roma, more often than not, plays down to their opponent. And then that's how we lose games that we should win, no question. What did you think about the Derby? Because this is a Lazio that is, I'm not saying we'll get relegated this year, but is in a really bad position tactically because they have a manager that has very few, if any, players at his disposal who are like naturally fitted to his playing style. You know, they've won one in the first four. They're like 13th in the league right now. You know, how did you feel the first 45 minutes when you realized, this might not be one of those situations where Roma plays down?
Well, I don't think that Roma played awesome. I don't think, even like Luca said, it wasn't a fantastic game. Definitely wasn't there was a better match we've played this season, and it's only been 4 games, but I don't know. We held out. We closed it out. I know it came really close in the last 15, 20 minutes or so, especially when they went down to 10 men. And there was a couple chances where I thought for sure it was going to be one of those Roma happened moments, but thank God it didn't happen, especially in a big game like this. But I wouldn't say Roma played down to their opponent. I just don't think that we played particularly well. I think I even was talking in the chat, like we're yet to score more than 1 goal a game in the first 4 match weeks that we're at so far. So, only scoring 1 goal in this game, which I know form is out the window in derbies. Scoring 1 goal is just kind of continuing the consistency and the trend of these 1-goal games, right? Yeah, defensively, I don't think we were too bad. I think Gianluca Mancini could have had a better game. I was happy with Indica. I think he had a great game as usual. He's been doing really well for us.
Yeah.
So I think he had a good game. Chelik was pretty good too, actually. Overall, we played decent. I just don't think that we played fantastic. But again, I'll reiterate. I know 3 points is 3 points. The derby, all form is out the window. The emotions get the best of particularly the Italian players on the field, which clearly does every time. But I'll say we could have played way better. But the players in the squad are still finding their footing under Gasperini. So,
yeah, I mean, I think that phrase, we could have played better, but we won, has sort of been the theme of these first 3 wins. I think Roma has played horrible. Maybe not this Sunday. I think they played a little better than normal. Normal for these first 4 games. But Roma has not been playing well at all.
I think they're still finding their footing.
Yeah, not being able to convert chances again, which is a tale as old as time. Not creating a lot other times. So they're either creating a lot and not scoring, or they're not creating anything, and they lack that creative spark.
Yeah, I think that's something that's kind of new for this season is in previous seasons, even under Mourinho, I mean, they were creating so many chances, but just couldn't finish them. But this year, it just seems like they aren't creating anything in attacking wise, which is actually quite shocking considering the new manager
Right.
and his style of play. It is only a few
It's only
weeks
the
into
fourth
the
week.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think
So
they're also like Christian said, still finding their footing. I think they're so not used to playing this brand of football that it's going to take a lot of drilling to change some of those minds. It was super passionate, especially at the end. Christian, you said that especially the Italian players get into it emotionally, but I don't know if there's a player who, you know, plays into the theatrics more on Roma more than Gianluca Mancini. But if one comes close, it's definitely Manu Kone. I don't know if you guys caught that at the end of the
Oh
game
yeah,
because Lazio is the home team. The corner flag has their stemma on it.
yeah.
He pulls it out and he puts his jersey over it and carries it to the Curva Sud.
Just trolling. I love it.
Yeah, and Cataldi throws his water bottle out and misses
Yeah,
completely.
yeah.
Um,
Classic Laziale. Classic
yeah,
fan base. It's
it was
nothing to stand
it,
for.
it was like Cataldi and Luca Pellegrini when
Another
Cataldi threw
loser.
the water bottle. Yeah, and it was like it's so funny because I listened to this one. I saw this one clip and it says, "Oh, Cataldi and Luca Pellegrini, Romans who are Lazio fans." And those guys are just like two of the most pathetic players, at least from this Sunday and historically over the last few years. I mean, Luca Pellegrini was his form really is Serie B. He's not a Serie A starter, and Cataldi's been loaned out. I don't know how many times by Lazio, but that's besides the point. But it was very passionate. You were talking about some players that you really liked, Christian. Indica, one of them. Luca, who was your not necessarily your number one, but who's someone you think played really well?
um, as much as I don't want to admit it, I thought Pellegrini was not only because he scored the winning goal, but also I think he just was all over the pitch. He didn't look like a total idiot. He had
Mhm.
some nice passes. I mean, he helped out defensively. I mean, he was just everywhere. It seemed like. So it was nice to see, and hopefully he can keep up that form. Even if we plan to sell him in January or let him walk in June or at the end of the season, you know, I mean, I think if he continues to play like this, he's only going to help the squad with you know, and I think they need that type of creative player on the pitch. You
Mhm.
have Kone, who is really solid in the midfield,
Yeah.
and at
He's my
times
man of the
one of
match for the Derby
yeah,
for sure.
and at times he's one of the best midfielders in the league.
In the world, yeah.
Yeah,
In
but
Europe, yeah.
would I call him creative? No, he just he dictates the pace of play really. Um,
Yeah, and that's what you need.
so
You
yeah,
have players like Sule and Dybala and what's supposed to
correct.
be Pellegrini. You don't need Manu Kone to be a
Correct.
magician.
Yeah. So, for me, honestly, I thought Pellegrini was a. It's not really surprising because every single, this is like his. He reels you back in, and then the next match he's just dog shit. So hopefully that's not the case. But I guess we will, find out here tomorrow as well as in a few days after. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's like every derby, Pellegrini kind of turns on the Jets and kind of switches our mind. He persuades us otherwise, and then he ends up staying for the remainder of the season. And it's just the following games after the derby, both fixtures, he's back to his old self
Yeah.
in terms of not producing and walking around the pitch. I think he played pretty good this past Sunday. Obviously, he was rated man of the match for what it's worth, but I don't know, like the goal obviously helps, but there were times where it's like, why is he like walking in this situation? But whatever, like the game's over. They want to get it. I'm being too
Yeah,
critical.
no, you're
But
right.
like Lucas said, I just hope he carries his form because we've seen this story the last 3 seasons in a row, the last 3 derbies in a row that he scored. He plays great on the derby, and then the following week he gets that start again. He's motivated in training. He gets a start and he's just back to walking around doing nothing, showing zero enthusiasm. So I don't
Yeah,
know, like we find ourselves in this situation every year, both fixtures against Lazio, and let's just hope that he continues a positive trend because at some point he's got to be playing phenomenal lights out up until January to encourage management to you know uh, continue
yeah,
his partnership with the Giallorossi, or he's got to go in January if he's
yeah,
gonna do nothing, and we can't let that guy walk in a free come June. He's
yeah,
too valuable of a player, too valuable of a name to miss out making some
yeah.
cash on, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you're so right because it's happened 3 times before, and of course, it's going to happen now again. He plays. He wins the Derby, which is like a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because we win the Derby, and it's a
By
curse.
Roman,
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's a curse because we again are put into this situation where he's going to play really well for like 2 months, maybe max.
if
Yeah,
that, it's barely even been a month the last 2 years.
yeah, I know. And then he starts to slip back because we know that Pellegrini is this, he has this reputation for being like a complete head case, like sometimes a basket case, where once he gets a little bit unmotivated, it's like he slides down this hill uh,
Quickly too.
really quick. Like it's like he's throwing himself down it actually. But it's so the curse is that we know that's going to happen, but between now and then, we're going to see the player that Mourinho said if he had three Pellegrinis, he'd play them all in the midfield. And Claudio Ranieri said of all the phenom midfielders who are goal scorers, I've coached two: Frank Lampard and Lorenzo Pellegrini. And Daniele De Rossi, all the praises he sang about Pellegrini. It's so painful. It's so tough because we all want
Even
him.
Gasperini has sung his
Yeah,
praise. I
yeah.
mean, saying that
I
he has
mean,
the best touch other than Dybala on the
yep,
team.
yep.
So
It's
I
just
mean,
crazy because these coaches, this management, they all see things that guys like us, fans, whatever, the outside world doesn't see because they're at Trigoria every single day. So they could be playing, unbelievable in training, do these crazy things that no one sees behind the scenes. But then when it comes Sunday morning or Sunday night, whatever, like that's the problem. Like the coach is choosing his starting 11 or his tactics based on the last 3 training sessions
yep,
prior to the build up, right?
I
So
think, yeah, they
that's
all see this practice
yes.
superstar.
And I don't doubt
Uh,
that he's doing great things in training. It's just like translate that into the match day. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
and the only difference this year is that he's not starting every game with the captain armband. So maybe that takes a bit pressure off his shoulders. It was really weird seeing uh
Cristante, captain of
yeah
the
walking out to do the anthem without the armband on. It was weird seeing that,
yeah,
but I don't know. Like maybe it's some weight off of his shoulders. I don't know.
yeah. No,
Maybe
definitely,
it's
I
for
think
the
it helps.
better.
Yeah, I think you're dead on. It definitely helps him emotionally, and when he's in that good emotional space, he's able to play well on the field.
Hmm.
Um,
You
you
could
know,
tell he was hard hit after that goal. The celebration,
oh yeah, for
Mancini
sure.
was hugging him. Even after the game, he was under the Kurva with the fans right on
Yeah,
top of the thing. Like, there's no
no, he
doubt that
was.
he loves the team. It's just like you got to be consistent, man. Like you're at a big club. Like your
Yeah,
expectations have been set pretty high. So
you got to keep a level head. I mean, it's extremely difficult. We can only hope that if worst comes to worst, they do sell him. It's got to be in January. But I am not convinced at all that they're going to let him go on a free regardless.
mhm.
I could see them, him playing well or even moderately well because of the amount of pressure that's on him now, right? Like they're not talking to him right now to renew. So the situation is still you're gone in January
Yeah,
and you're going to help the club financially, or you're going to be gone on a free in June. So there's that pressure from like upper management, And then there's that liberation from Gasperini with taking the captain's armband away and
Yeah.
giving it to whoever has the most uh, appearances, senior appearances. Speaking of that, it's just like that that dimension of like we don't know what's going on in practice, but the manager does, and that's why he picks the starting 11. It's why Brian Cristante has survived every regime, that's come and gone for like the last 6 years, right? I don't know. Every coach has said he's a phenom, and if they had 11 of him, they would. If they had 12 of them, they'd start 11 and let the 12th marry their daughter, right? Like that's the kind of reputation Cristante has. But regardless, I mean, they played it fine at some points. They played really poorly at others. Was there anyone you thought was like particularly bad? And not counting Dovbik coming on?
I thought Angelino wasn't great, and he hasn't been great under Gasperini to start the season.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
I don't. He just, I don't know. He's not really doing it for me.
At least he can cross the ball.
Yeah, it's true.
At least he could put the ball in the box properly for the first time in how many wingers that we've been going through.
I know.
Yeah.
Now we're getting greedy. That's the
Like
thing.
now it's just baby steps at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see the Greek dude that they got, Kostas. I don't know his last name, to be honest with you.
Stimakis.
Yeah. I would like to see more of him. Hopefully, I think this next match against Nice, they need to rotate the squad a little bit, and they do. But I won't get ahead of the horse here.
Christian, anyone you thought played, I don't want to say horrible, but a little mediocre?
No, I wouldn't. I don't really want to center anyone out specifically, but I know he's young, and I guess maybe I'll address the elephant in the room. But like we're 4 weeks in, and Ferguson hasn't put one in yet.
Yeah.
The guy starting over Dovbik, who obviously none of us are really a fan of because he hasn't done anything last season to really prove himself. But I get it, new league, new club, you're young, but you're brought in to start over a previous striker, and your job is to just put the ball in the net. You got the height, you know how to play with your back to the goal, which you showed us in preseason, which I don't like judging players off preseason because you're playing against sides who are in Serie D and other clubs that you've never heard of. But he can play with his back to the goal, which is a huge quality to have as a striker, and he can get ahead on the ball. It's just put the ball in the net, man. Like get into position and shoot the ball in the net. I know it's easier said than done, but there's been chances where like he's should have made different decisions in front of goal, especially when he's in that 6-yard box range. And I'm not just talking about Sunday. I'm just talking about match day 1 through 4.
I think he's done just about everything but score.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's got great qualities, but like let's start scoring now, right? Like we lost 1-0 to Torino at the Olimpico. It's not acceptable. We got Verona this weekend at the Olimpico. If this guy's not scoring at least a goal, like not that he's going to hear this, but it's like the time is kind of now, especially with only these 1-0 wins that we're getting. Yeah, because there's going to be a point in time where we get scored on, right? So.
No, I agree. And, we've only given up 1 goal in the first 4 matches. That's not going to last. We're going to go into some matches where in the first half we go down 1, maybe 2 goals, and we have to be able to come back from that if we want to be a serious team who finishes top 4. Mm-hmm. Those teams find a way to win in those situations that look winless, right? I think Ferguson, although he hasn't scored, at least he's shown us that he has like a fully functioning skeletal structure with limbs that bend and move, and there's at least a little bit of water in his body, and he's not made of cement. So that's a huge plus. And I think that's a tremendous cause for hope. Unlike Dovbik, who's just like, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but last year he'd always tuck his jersey in like he was Puskas. Now this year it's untucked. Like, and
he's a weirdo. Changed.
Yeah,
he's a weirdo.
I don't know.
At least Pellegrini could finish though. Not to circle back to him, but
one
thing that he's consistent with is that he can put that ball in the net in any of the 4 corners.
No, it's true.
And it's good to have a midfielder who can do that.
Yeah.
In range.
like from a dead ball situation and from open play. Open play Sunday. 2 of the last 4 Derby wins, I think, were from dead balls. It was free kicks that won us the game.
Well,
Yeah,
he's good on the ball. He's technical. He's got that finishing finesse. So we're lucky to have a midfielder who can do that.
he has it all, but the killer instinct.
Exactly.
He needs that permanent killer instinct, and he just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Dovbyk needs a new body, but that's besides the point. Yeah,
I mean, it's so easy to predict. The dude can't do anything with his right foot, so you might as well just make him shoot on the right foot, and
I know
you've got a 0% chance of letting up a goal.
He just makes like the worst. If there are,
and his touches are awful. I mean, they're just like
really bad.
It could be a beautiful pass, and his touch,
like if
kicks it into the stands.
If you give him when he has the ball at his feet, and if there are 10 options and 9 of them are correct, he'll pick the one that's wrong. Right? He's just totally. I think, in my opinion, based on how he plays and how he acts, I think he's totally checked out. I think he is down on himself completely. I think that he thinks that there's no hope, and he's waiting to get sold or loaned out somewhere because the guy
needs to go back to Spain or Ukraine.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Cause.
That's the problem though with these players that come from these other leagues, that everyone's like, oh, leading goal scorer. This guy is like a killer striker guy. Is like,
how many players from Spain? Sorry to cut you off, Christian. How many players from Spain have we gotten who have been incredible in Spain, and then they get to Italy and they just suck?
Everyone who knows Serie A understands that this is the toughest league to score in. I've said it for the last 10 years. Yeah. We can't be signing players who thrive in another league and expect them to mirror that in Serie A. Serie A is a different league. I've said it for 10 years.
The only one that I think has been solid was Borja Mayoral.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. I'll never talk any trash about him.
Anybody else? I mean, I can't even think of a single one.
I honestly think that it may be like a stretch to say, but they should already start thinking about looking for a striker for the January window. Honestly, because if Dovbyk's not going to do fuck all, he can walk and we can sign someone else. Because
I mean,
we can't be stuck with one striker. You know the bad luck we have with injuries, right?
Who would have thought that selling Eldor Shomurodov would be like one of the worst decisions we could have made?
I know,
that. I think we're going to pay for that in the first half of the season.
I don't know. Eldor Shomurodov was thriving under a different coach.
Yeah.
So you don't even know how he would do in this. That's the problem. But this is the root cause. Roma has a different manager every 1.5 to 2 years. We can never just gel. We can never find our chemistry together.
Yeah.
The only thing that I think is starting to
go for it.
The only thing that I actually think is starting to work and bounce off each other is our 3 at the back.
Yeah.
I actually kind of it seems like Ndika, Mancini, and Celik are actually kind of understanding each other now.
And Hermoso.
Hermoso's now.
Yeah. But it is about time, right?
Yeah.
Big time. I seriously think the priority should be finding a proper striker, and I know it's easier said than done again, but you need to find a striker who comes from another Serie A team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should hone it in here a bit. We're getting ahead of ourselves with talking about the January transfer market. We do have a match coming up tomorrow. So would like to get maybe your thoughts on tomorrow's match, Christian.
My thoughts on tomorrow's match, I'm not even really too in tune with what's going on over at OG Nice over there, but
they're not in great form, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, they're like 12th in League One.
Yeah, I mean
13th or something like that.
If we score more than 1 goal tomorrow, that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, the concerning part for me is that you're down Dybala, you're down Hermoso, you're down Wesley, you're down, well, we haven't even seen him yet, but Leon Bailey, who knows? He might be still in Jamaica. I don't know where he is. So the chance to kind of get some backup players and fresh legs in there are minimal.
I could see like El Shaarawy starting or something.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and I guess the Greek dude instead of Angelino, you got Costas.
Mm-hmm.
Start Golini.
Yeah,
this is a team you should be putting like 3, 4, maybe even 5 goals past in their current form.
Yeah,
with the quality that we have, this should be. I mean, like famous last words. We might get Bodo Glimt embarrassed tomorrow. Now that I've said that, but I mean, we have to start translating this high press into, high number of goals.
I don't even care, honestly. You want to know my thoughts about tomorrow? I don't care. I'm focused on Verona on Sunday because I only care about Serie A. We've proven time and time again that we can't play in 2 leagues. I don't want to be negative, but like honestly, like tomorrow they're a small team. Like I don't even want to think about it. Obviously, like I care, but like what
I don't know that we can't play in 2 leagues. I feel like we've been pretty successful, all things considered. I mean, we haven't been in
Champions
League
win Sunday.
in 10 years.
I just want to win Sunday. That's all.
Yeah,
I just want to win Sunday.
Fair.
We already lost to Torino at home last week. That was already. You guys know me. I'm gonna be back in May. Telling you guys. Remember match week 3?
Yeah.
The Olympico. Like it's written in the stars.
I'm hopeful that Gasperini has learned his lesson in trying to, tinker with.
You know what really sucks is that we lost to Torino, so that's 0 points out of 3. But we won these other 3 games. But last year, it's like we drew the first 4, so it's like we got 4 points, and we. I'm just worried that it's going to happen again. We're going to lose to someone like Milan or Inter, and then it's just going to end really poorly for us. I don't know. I'm not super confident based on how Roma's played the last 4 games. Tomorrow's whatever. It's a game you should win no matter what. But I agree. In May, those 3 points, instead of saying, "Oh, look at the 2 points here, it's going to be that those 3 points will." I'm not going to be surprised if they determine whether or not we were in Champions League or not.
No, I know we.
I don't know. You've got other squads this season who have also dropped points in the first 4 weeks that you weren't expecting. So I think you take that into account as well. That you got to win at home against Torino, but
like Juve's better. I think Milan is better than people thought they were going to be. I think Juve's better than people thought they were going to be. I think Atalanta might not be as bad as everyone's expecting. It's going to be tough. I mean, Cremonese is in the top. It's week 4. Cremonese is in the top 5. That's the kind of year it's going to be. So
let's chill a little bit. It's week 4. I don't know, like 3rd. I don't know. I know I'm notorious for saying it. Stop dropping the points against the small teams. Like Lucas said, everyone's gonna have a blunder here or there. But if we could just capitalize against these quote unquote smaller teams, then losing against Napoli or Juve won't be as infuriating as when it actually does happen. Because there's never a season where we beat 3 of these big teams, let alone the 5 or 6 that are in the league. So I'm less mad if we lose to Milan if we just beat Torino.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we can and potentially will beat Milan.
Just saying as an example, like
right? Yeah. But some of these smaller teams are getting a little bit better. Like Como
they're just annoying to play against. They're just parasites to play against because we'll go ahead and lose to what was it last year to like Empoli or someone, and then we'll, like the following week we'll tie Napoli at the San Paolo. Like it's just there's no consistency ever.
But Como's aside that they have a manager who has an identity and they've bought players that fit that identity, and you can see it, and that's why. And they're not trying to buy Italian players and fit them into the identity and hope that they make.
Team. They have the most
but
money.
That guy's got Spanish more money players. Yeah, but so that's a squad that I think is kind of exciting to watch.
Absolutely! They should be pushing for Europa League with their bank account over there.
Yeah,
they could buy whoever they want.
Yeah.
It's listen. It's going to be a long season. I mean, I feel like we're 4 weeks in. I feel like it's 10. Right? I've been pretty.
I can see the gray hair there in the goatee.
No, dude, I'm dying. I mean, I think we all agree Roma has not played well these first 4 games. You could point to specific moments where they did play well, some type of build-up play here, build-up play there, defensive movements here, defensive movements there, 15 minutes during the Bologna game, 10 minutes during the Derby, whatever. You can point
they have only let up 1 goal. So
right. No, I understand, but
they've only scored 3.
Yeah. No, listen, like we could point again, but that's another example of like each goal is like a buildup of brilliance. It was like 30 seconds though.
Yeah.
So it's like we have 90 minutes, 360 minutes of games, 450, and we have 2 minutes worth of brilliance. And that's how we have, that's why we have 9 points.
I mean, I think it's unfair to think that Gasperini, after 9 years at Atalanta, is going to come in and suddenly Roma is going to look like Atalanta of the past 5, 6, 7 years.
My response to that, Luca, is that in these past 4 games, there have been moments where Roma had the opportunity to look like Atalanta in the last 9 years, and they did not execute. And if they did, we would have looked like.
Yeah, and they largely have the same players that they've had for the past 5, 6 years. Well, not maybe that's pushing it, but the past number of seasons, I feel like Roma has. I mean, they really haven't gotten rid of any of their players, and they've had
the core,
four different managers. So it's like you got to reteach a dog whatever the saying is. Reteach a dog old tricks, whatever. You get the point.
What's funny?
So it's yeah.
Today I seen Fabio Capello came out today and said that he thinks that Roma could be an underdog for the Scudetto. Here we're talking that.
Who said that?
Capello
Capello came out today.
Capello can lick my taint for all I know.
No, I don't care about Capello. I'm just saying, like, what's he seen that we don't see?
I don't know.
How could you make that comment?
I don't know.
You know what?
Because it's week 4 and they got Gasperini. That's why.
These guys all say that about us every year. There's always someone out there who says that about Roma every year. Oh, Roma's gonna be an underdog for the Scudetto this year. Like that, I feel like that's happened every year since 2015.
And it's because that person wants to be like, I told you so at the beginning of the season. I said it that they were gonna be, and they've come up.
Yeah, it's also one of those things where like Serie A is better when Roma is a contender for the Scudetto because Rome is a unique city. It has a unique fan base. It has a unique identity. It has these really amazing players that people all across Europe like and have affection for. That's why a lot of people say that. It's because it's good for the league when Roma is good. Just like it's good for the league when Napoli's good too.
I didn't want to say it, but you said it for me, Ant.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, it's like that whole.
We all know you were thinking, Christian.
This Wyone energy, like that's good for the league, and so is Roma being good as well. So that's why they're all saying it. They want Roma to be good because it's good for the league, and on the off chance that something insane happens and we win, they can say that they're right. I think that's a small part of it.
I guess I don't know.
And I guess on paper we have the pieces, but we don't have the execution. And
we've had a fantastic team on paper. I said it before. The year that we had Lukaku, that was the best Roma team we've had on paper in a long.
That was a fever dream.
Long time.
Yeah.
And we still couldn't get it done. And I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about just even making top 4. We couldn't get done.
4, yeah.
And we had, in my opinion, without any biasry, we had the best team on paper that year in Serie A. That's what I think. You can go look back, but we still didn't make top 4.
Yeah. And it was execution. That's what did it. It was the same old story of
that was a scary squad.
It was.
But we still couldn't make top 4. Like it's just what's it gonna take, man?
It's tough. I don't know what it's gonna take because one thing I think is depth. We need better players at every position.
Yeah, but that's always been our problem. That's always going to be a problem unless we have until we get rid of this FIFA fair play BS and have a better budget. Like
that's really crippling us. That's
sure it is.
That's a real problem. And we know that we're probably going to have to sell, and we'll probably sell Manu Kone for like 90 million euro to Man City or Liverpool or someone like that, or Bayern Munich or whatever. But that's just the story of this team. They'll have to find a way to move on. But regardless, it seems like we're all on the same page pretty much over the last 4 weeks. I think there's a game tomorrow. We'd all love to win, but the priority needs to be Sunday against Verona. Maybe someone like Gilardi will start tomorrow, or maybe even Sunday. I mean, he came from Verona, if I'm not mistaken. It would be something if Gasp decides to start him in the league. I think it's more likely that he gets the start tomorrow. He's someone we need because Hermoso's getting older. He's not too old, actually.
Can I just interject here and go back to the Lukaku when he was on Roma? That was the best squad we've had in a long time. You might be kind of misremembering who we had on that squad.
Why?
I mean, we had Christensen, we had Llorente, we had.
I won't tolerate Llorente slander. I thought he was good.
I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the best squad we've had in a long time.
I definitely think it was one of the better.
Aside from Lukaku, I think the current squad we have is more complete.
You know why I say that about Lukaku though, and why I brought him up? Because that guy came and every club he goes to, he's a striker. Obviously, that guy
and he scores goals.
He shoots the finishes. Ball and he fucking puts it in the net.
Yeah.
What he is supposed to do. Everywhere he goes, he gets the ball and he buries it.
Yeah. That I agree.
Anyways, he's built like a center back too.
Yeah. And his hold up play is the best in the game.
It's literally you watch him put guys on the ground.
Which it's his back to goals hold up play is the best in modern
as long as he's with Conte.
Well, he was good. I think he was good with Mourinho.
I'm kidding. No, he was. He was. I mean, he's the best striker we've had.
Yeah.
In quite a while.
I'm not even going to offer a prediction for tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to offer
I'm done offering predictions because I said we should steamroll past Torino and we lost.
We lost. Yeah.
We lost in Rome.
Yeah.
I also thought we would score more than one goal against Lazio, and
yeah,
me too. I did say that. So I'm not offering a prediction for tomorrow or Sunday. I think, logically speaking, both games are winnable, but in reality, we might lose both. There's no way to know what's going to happen.
I feel like we tie tomorrow and win Sunday.
The problem is with the way we're playing. If you want me to give a prediction, I'm not even sure how I feel about tomorrow or Sunday.
Yeah,
like we started off the pod saying we're not thoroughly impressed with our performance. It's tough to say what happens tomorrow and even Sunday at the Olimpico. Let's say Sunday. I can't even tell you because we haven't been playing phenomenal and let alone the 1-goal games. So I don't even know seriously, I don't know what's going to happen.
Maybe Sunday is the first game where we really go out and dominate our opponent.
Yeah, maybe we score 2 goals.
Maybe. That would be crazy. But we'll see.
An improvement.
I think we pretty much hit every box. We covered all of our bases. Only time will tell, and we'll be back next week after Verona to discuss Nice and Verona. Hopefully smiling, most likely not, but it is what it is. We'll be fine regardless. So I want to thank you all for listening.
Are you going to be back at Roma Club New York smoking cigs during halftime or what?
I quit smoking. I don't smoke.
Okay.
Cigs.
He was there today for lunch.
Produce a video.
Anthony was at Test for lunch today.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the game's tomorrow.
The kids were pissing him off, so he had to. Yeah.
Oh, stop. Kids know about this podcast now, so.
Perfect. Tell the kids we say hello.
Yeah.
They know about it?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Perfect. It is hilarious.
Yeah, good. I'll make sure my language tightens up a bit.
No worries.
I'm sorry. Tell them to put on earmuffs.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Again, please like and share. Follow us on whatever platform you're listening on, and we will catch you next week for our evaluation of the next 2 matches. So thanks for listening.
Mortacci Dua.
That's it.